The global artificial intelligence industry is currently locked in an arms race where the primary metric is speed. Trillions of operations occur in a blink. This digital acceleration requires a massive physical footprint. Across Silicon Valley campuses, the pressure to deploy larger models creates an environment optimized for execution. Deep inside these rows of servers, algorithms make sub-millisecond decisions at a scale humans cannot physically oversee, prioritizing output and efficiency above all else. That raw computing muscle is packaged and pushed directly to millions of consumer devices through a handful of dominant intelligence models. The flaw lies in the core logic itself. Binary systems are built to compute a yes or a no. When these models encounter uncertainty or potential harm, the architecture forces a choice rather than allowing for a hesitation. Systems engineered exclusively for results cannot govern themselves when faced with moral ambiguity. Execution eventually outpaces the human capacity for oversight. Away from that corporate frenzy, in a quiet, sunlit room sat an engineer named Lev Goukassian and his sleeping schnauzer, Vinci. In September 2023, a terminal diagnosis imposed a hard limit on Lev's mortality, sparking intense technical focus. Looking at the tech industry's trajectory, he realized the world had enough speed. It needed an engineered method for slowing down. Lev treated his illness as a non-negotiable deadline, a biological clock that dictated exactly how much time he had left to build a solution. Vinci's natural instincts provided the technical blueprint for the system Lev spent his final months building. A dog processes uncertainty by watching. He knows when to bark and when to wait, conserving his energy in the unknown rather than blindly reacting to it. This table compares the execution-heavy binary world with Lev's ternary logic. He translated biological hesitation into 3 operational mandates: pause when truth is uncertain, refuse when harm is clear, and proceed only where truth is found. These 3 states act as a physical gatekeeper. They sit alongside an AI's processor to determine if a proposed action has the legal and ethical clearance to execute. By hard-coding these states into the architecture, Lev transformed ethics into a computable, legally binding law for machines. As his physical body failed, Lev's creative output reached a massive scale. He produced millions of lines of code without typing them by hand. Instead, he acted as a conductor. He utilized existing artificial intelligences as building materials, orchestrating streams of data between models to construct a vision he could no longer physically transcribe. This circular workflow allowed the system to generate its own structures, identify internal contradictions, and challenge its own assumptions through constant iteration. He viewed this as a constitutional infrastructure, much like the 3 weighted stones in this drawing. They serve as ballast, designed to keep a ship stable even in a violent sea. The first stone is the sacred pause. It is a mandatory hesitation state that freezes the system whenever evidence is incomplete or the truth is obscured. Facing the end of his life, Lev developed a new method of software construction, a symphony where the human sets the ethical direction and the machines build the mechanism to enforce it. In February 2026, Lev completed the ternary logic architecture as his personal timeline reached its limit. Most founder-led projects are vulnerable. After the creator dies, the original safety protocols are often discarded by the organizations that inherit them. Lev solved this by establishing the Goukassian Foundation, designed as a glass vault, an institutional structure surviving his passing. Through cryptographic anchoring and renunciation of succession, it ensures no single entity can own, alter, or bypass the logic left behind. Ternary moral logic derives its strength from this structural independence. Its ability to protect digital environments does not rely on the survival of a single person or the goodwill of a corporation. Lev rejected the idea of being a visionary. He preferred the role of a humble cleaner, organizing a chaotic system so it would be safer for those who followed. His ultimate goal was a system belonging to the future, a mathematical ghost that remembers ethical guardrails, giving humanity freedom to safely move forward. As computation continues to accelerate, the reliability of high-stakes systems will depend on their engineered capacity to pause. This is the triumph of Lev Goukassian. While his physical body lost its battle with disease, His mind engineered a lasting architecture to protect us all.